Hey everybody, I'm Bobby Tonelli with Tech360.tv, back with another review of a camera. Now this camera was announced on July 10th. I have it in my hands right here. This is Leica's brand new TL2. I'm a fan of Leica, I can honestly say. I've used the M, the Q, the SL, and the XU. So when I got my hands on the TL2, it was a very, very different experience because this is it's like a smartphone in a Leica body. This is the third version of the T series, but when it was announced and I saw the specifications of it, I go, ooh, this is a big, big upgrade for Leica. And after using it for a few days, I gotta tell you, they hit a home run with this. It's beautiful, it's stunning to hold, it's solid, it's German made. Let's talk about the things I like about the TL2. First off, you got 24 megapixel APS-C sensor in this bad boy now. That means all the major cameras from Leica are 24 megapixel. Sensor size is different, of course. The other cameras like the M, the Q, the SL are full frame. This is APS-C. But the image quality is there because it has the same Maestro 2 processor as the M, the SL, and the Q. We got 4K video in this. Yes, people have been wanting it, and it's here. Now, people have asked me, how does the 4K video compare to other cameras? Well, I'm not a big 4K person. When I use Leica cameras, I'm using it for photography purposes. I did try out the 4K. It's good. It's solid, especially when you're putting the right lenses on this. Now, this is not a video camera first and foremost. This is a still photography camera, but it has video capability, which is pretty good. Especially when you throw on the T lenses or the M lenses, you've got some beautiful images. Flash is gone. You can notice the top of it. The flash is no more. Like I said, a lot of people didn't use the flash, and you probably don't need to because you have ISO up to 50,000. No one's gonna use 50,000. No one is gonna use it unless you really want a very noisy image. But that means the low light capability has been improved greatly on this camera. What else I like about the TL2, or any of the T cameras for that matter, is the ability to switch out lenses. The T lenses are really good, and you can put on an M adapter to put the M lenses on. And that's when things start cracking. Because as we all know, in the Leica world or in the photography world, M lenses are phenomenal. You have a USB-C connection inside of this now. That's right, this is the first camera in Leica's lineup to take on USB-C. Makes it a lot easier for all of us who've got the smartphones and the laptops that have it now. So syncing to the computers is a lot faster and a lot easier. What don't I like about the TL2? Not much, actually. There's one thing in particular you find out about it as you start shooting on the streets. She might even agree with me, I don't know. She's pretty quiet right now, but we'll ask her opinion later. It's the lack of EVF. And what I mean by that is when you take a photo, you're gonna be using the LCD. This is your main way of viewing the subject or the area you want to take a photograph of. But when you are in very bright light, it can be difficult to see. An EVF would be essential to have. I'll see you later, honey. And that EVF would make a big difference. Now you can buy an EVF. I think it's like $400 or $500 extra. It could be even more depending on the currency exchange. But I think Leica could have included that into the camera price. One of the things I found interesting about the TL2, I wouldn't say necessarily don't like, but it was just an adjustment I had to make, was that depending on the mode I was in, sometimes the exposure level changed, and some of the settings you need to kind of work on the finer details just to get it right. So just take note of that when you're using the camera. I don't know if it's a focusing issue or if it's a software issue or if it's just how the modes are programmed, but you might have to do some minor adjustments in the more minute details to get that image the way you want it to. But nonetheless, you throw it in a Lightroom and you're good to go. So it's a small thing, not a big thing overall. Besides that, that's all I have to really say about the Leica TL2 that I maybe am not okay with. So if you're coming from smartphone photography, you want to enter the Leica world, but you might be a little intimidated by the M or the SL. For now, you'll get used to them. The TL2 is a very viable option, and I definitely recommend it. I'm Bobby Tonelli with Tech360.tv. Please leave your comments below. Let me know your thoughts on the TL2 or any other questions you might have, and we'll get to those comments. Till the next one, take care.